Hey folks, and welcome to the latest video in the Rhapsody Power Pack series. I'm Andy Lapping, and in this video we'll see how to visualize references. Now, as I'm sure you all know, Rhapsody has a very useful feature to find references. That is, other model elements that somehow use this one. Now we can find that option here on the Navigate context menu, and there's also a keyboard shortcut for it. Now this is actually a features window focused on references and relations. Now that means by default it's context sensitive. If I select any other element in the browser, then I see the references for that. Now for that reason, it's a good idea to pin this window before we start navigating references. Double-clicking an element in the window navigates to it and opens another features window. And if it's a diagram or a table, that will also be opened in the editing area. And in the case of a diagram, the reference will be highlighted. For example, this source package appears on this package diagram. If I double click it, the diagram opens and the source package flashes in blue. So far, so good. But what if I wanted to see the references for multiple elements, which might be the case if, for example, this requirements package was a reference unit from another model, and maybe I get notified that that unit has been updated. I want to perform an impact analysis and find all of the other model elements that have references to any of the elements in this unit. Rhapsody provides no easy way to do that, but the Power Pack does. In the last video, we saw the model visualizer being used to visualize the structure of the model. Let's use that same tool to visualize references instead. So here we have Power Pack, Model Visualizer, and there we have several options for references. Let's start with simply Visualize References. Now that's comparable to the References window we just used. It only expands to one level, and those are the references. Now, just like in the last video, we can navigate into Rhapsody from any of these nodes. Now let's see the other options. So Power Pack, Model Visualizer, Visualize Child References. Now that will give us a view of the references of all of the elements under the one we've selected. And there we have two more options, All and External. First, let's click All. Now we have the starting point as the root of our tree. The next level of expansion is a logical grouping of the references by their owning unit. So for example, we can see that somewhere in the structure package there are 6 references that point at something in our requirements package. Now I can expand that to see the actual references, and then I can expand a reference to see the model element that it references. Now, just as we saw in the last video, we can perform multiple expansion if we want to. Now, the only difference between all and external is that the external option applies an additional filter. So here we're seeing all of the references for all of the elements in the requirements package. Now, some of those are in the same unit as our starting point. They're essentially internal references. If we're performing an impact analysis, we don't care about those. We only care about model elements outside that unit that have references to it. So let's run that helper again, but this time we won't select the All option. Instead, we'll select External. Now there you can see we have a much smaller set of references. The internal references inside that requirements package are not shown. Well, that's it for this video. Over the course of the series, we'll explore the rest of the Rhapsody Power Pack features that will greatly improve your Rhapsody user experience. So please do subscribe if you want to be notified as those videos get published. But for now, thanks for watching.